Anthony on Air podcast. We're back for another episode, and today we're talking about things white people love saying. And we have a panel of white people to comment
I was
on all
not
of
prepped for this. Just want to put that out there.
Frankie C and J Sabs is here with us. Things white people love saying. The world is garbage, and it's a mess. And so this was trending, and I was reading some of these, and they are so friggin' funny and so true. So I thought I'd go through some, and we'll go through what you guys think about this. And I want the two of you to admit, and those of you that are watching or listening to admit when you're guilty of these things. Hold your hand up, say it out loud, whatever.
Okay. I got this.
White people love saying, "Oh, these are dangerous," after trying a new snack.
These are dangerous. I am not guilty of that.
Oh, God.
That happens all the time.
That doesn't sound right. I never hear anybody. These are dangerous. Yeah.
When you have like a
I feel like I
potato
heard
chip.
that once in like a 6-month period and then never heard it again.
Yeah. Here's another thing too, and I am guilty of doing this. Absolutely. I'll just be shoving something down my throat, and then I'll just wrap up the bag and hand it to my wife and be like, "Keep these away from me." That's another thing that white people love to say. Like to push snacks away and chips away and go, "Take this away from me."
I feel like everybody says that. That's not just a white person thing.
Says Frank, who was working on a fruit cup prior to the podcast.
He was sucking off a fruit cup before we got on the air.
I wasn't sucking off a fruit cup.
Hold up your fruit cup so everybody can see.
It's empty now.
You didn't even pick it up with your hands. You picked it up with your mouth.
That's how I do.
Frank's playing suck and blow with a fruit cup. No, Frank literally opened up a fruit cup and took a shot of the juice beforehand. Yeah.
Well, if you eat it without taking some of the juice out, it spills out everywhere. The juice is like right up to the rim.
I just feel like when did we meet? In 4th grade, 5th grade?
I'll let you decide that.
I think it was 5th grade. Yeah, you haven't changed a day, and you have not changed one bit. And I feel like you're going to be taking shots out of that fruit cup until the diabetes doctor is like, "Frank, you have to stop doing this."
Please name one way you've changed since 5th grade.
I have grown as a human being.
So have I.
I don't eat fruit roll-ups anymore. When was the last time you had a fruit roll-up? Be honest.
I haven't had a fruit roll-up. I don't even remember.
Weeks?
No, definitely not. Definitely years.
Things white people love saying. Everybody had the same idea when a place is busy.
What?
I feel like that's a dad thing.
That's some of these fall into dad jokes, which a lot of the dad jokes are things that white people say.
Wait,
like
say
when you
that
roll
one
up to
again?
a place and you see a million people, like at a restaurant or something, and you go, "Oh, everybody had the same idea."
Oh, yeah. I hate that.
Like our Karen did over at the Red Lobster when they had their fight. That was a couple of podcast episodes ago.
Yeah, I wasn't privy to that.
People loved that episode though, and I've had people like just sending me like pictures of their Karens. They're like, "Oh, this is my sister-in-law. She's such a Karen." Yeah.
You lost me a second. What?
White people love saying "not getting far without these" when coming back for their keys that they forgot.
Oh.
I'm noticing a parallel between what white people say and what lame people say. I don't know if that's a coincidence or not.
Gee, Bob, you got it.
We're not cool, that's for sure.
Not cool.
White people love saying "you should see the other guy" after getting hurt. Yeah.
I mean,
White
how
people
often do you get hurt?
White people love saying "knock knock" out loud instead of actually knocking.
Okay, guilty.
Nope. Nope.
Knock, knock.
Not raising my hand on that one.
He doesn't want to admit to it.
Here's one thing I do that I as I'm reading these, I'm coming to the realization. I love calling the bathroom the little boys' room. What is that? I go, "Excuse me, I got to go to the little boys' room." Yeah, I got to stop
Yeah,
doing
that's
that.
just weird.
That's uncomfortable.
weird. I think it was supposed to be a joke back in the 90s, and it just never took
I'm going to the little
full
boys'
form.
room.
Yeah.
It was
Little
like a
boys'
joke
room.
that was like the grape that never became a grape. It was the joke that never became a joke.
What, the little boys' room?
Yeah, someone tried it. It caught on, but for the wrong reasons. And now a lot of people say it, and it's still not a joke. But those people still think it's a joke.
I feel like the
Like
joke
you?
is like I'm a little kid and I can't hold it, so I gotta go to the little, like I'm still
Really?
a
Is that
child.
it?
That feels like what it is to
See,
me.
it takes. There's too many hoops to jump through for that
Too
one.
much thinking.
I'm gonna stop saying it.
Right.
I've decided
Don't say it.
I'm gonna put a stop to that immediately, almost immediately. Us white people love saying, Did you leave any food for us?" when we see someone we know leaving a restaurant.
No, never.
Yeah, that one's rare, but I've seen and heard that one.
Yes. My
Yeah.
father has said that.
See, it's
Yeah.
another dad thing. Who wrote
Yeah,
this?
that's a dad thing.
Some
Dad.
old dad.
I like to see you guys deny this one. White people love to have parties and always let everyone know their best friend arrived by saying, "Oh, look at what the cat dragged in."
No, I cannot say that phrase. No, look what the cat dragged in.
What?
Because that's such an old-fashioned phrase.
That is.
Oh, look
I
what the
would
cat.
say something like, "Oh, look who's here," or something like that.
Same thing.
But no, it's a
Oh,
different
look who
thing.
decided to show up.
You think it's less
That's
cheesy?
Something like that.
You think it's less cheesy to say, "Oh, look who's here," when you fully invited that person and knew that they were coming? That's still the same cheese.
No.
To a party, and someone shows up that I didn't know was coming. Maybe.
No, if I showed up,
Hey, look who's here.
if you invited me over and everybody was there, and then I show up, you're gonna be like,
I
"Oh,
wouldn't
look
say
who's here."
No. Unless I'm just calling people's attention to turn around and greet you or something. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, that's it.
But I wouldn't say, "Look what the cat dragged in."
Okay. White people love saying, "You go to the strip club last night?" Ha ha. When their buddy pulls out more than $5 in $1 bills.
Guilty.
And I don't even have a penis.
What is that? What is our desire to point out somebody having far too many singles?
Like, oh, I know what
'Cause-
you were doing last night.
Yeah.
What are you doing with all them singles? Where else would you get that many singles?
Don't you feel like I skeeved and thought that money was dirty before? I can't even.
Oh, money's
Now.
disgusting.
Ugh.
When was the last time I can't even remember the last time I handled a bill.
Oh, yesterday.
I don't carry money on me at all.
I feel like this
Never.
is another thing that white people say. I don't carry money on me ever.
I don't
Oh,
have
I
cash.
like to carry money. I usually, because I like to tip in cash. I don't like to tip on cards.
Really?
Yeah.
So you have bills on you all the time?
Usually.
Wow, Frank, why?
For anyone looking to mug me.
Because that's what he did in 1996. And so he is just
No,
heaving
I
a-
have credit cards. I do Venmo. I do all this crap. But I have some bills that I have that I just carry because in case I want to tip someone, I tip in cash. I don't like for someone's tip to be taxed.
I know, that is true. I agree with you there.
I believe in
So there you
over
go.
tipping. My Blue Heaven. Watch it. Great film. White people love saying "fancy meeting you here" when they run into someone they knew they were going to see.
Oh, I hate that one.
Fancy meeting you here.
Fancy meeting you here.
Oh, fancy that. Yeah,
That's the
if I'm
thing,
on the
too.
Fancy
Titanic,
meeting you
I
here.
might say that.
In the little boy's room.
I hate that I say. I will only. Here's the thing, though. I only say it. I don't. It's not like I say it in public places. Like I say it when I'm at like somebody's house, like a friend's house. Like, oh, I'm gonna go to the little boy's room.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird.
So does that mean you're going to the kid's bedroom or something?
No,
Going to the little boy's room?
no.
Going to the little boy's room.
It means I'm
I'll
going
be
to
in
the.
your son's bedroom. I'll see
Like,
you later.
like if I was a woman, I would probably be saying I'm going to the little girl's room. Like it's just like I'm going to the restroom. I don't know.
No.
I don't know why I do it.
No.
I'm stopping. I already told you I'm gonna stop doing that. But the fancy meeting you here, and the other thing to Janine's point is we always do it in a friggin' voice. It's never fancy meeting you here. It's always fancy meeting you here.
Right.
I always got to do the little head tilt and put a little accent on it, you know? Yeah, and kick the finger around a little bit. Finger's got to be up there and everything. Fancy. Oh, look
Fancy
who it
meeting
is.
you here.
Fancy meeting you here. Wait, Frank got kicked out of the podcast. Oh,
He's coming back in.
Frank,
Oh.
fancy meeting you here at the
Meeting you here.
podcast. I got to bring it back on. Sorry. See?
Thank you.
Man, it would have been
Hey,
better.
there I am.
White people love saying, "Oh, I want to see that" after every trailer at the movies.
Oh, that looks good.
Is that a white person
looks
thing?
good.
That's just a normal person thing. Everybody says that.
No, that's a white person thing.
Only white people say that?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I
What do I
think
know?
and that's a what's his name? The
Dane
comedian.
Cook.
Dane Cook. That's a Dane Cook bit.
Yeah, it
That
is.
we have to judge every trailer as soon as it's immediately over.
Yeah.
Which is true. Which that's
I
what the
always thought
trailers
everybody did that.
Yeah, that's what the trailers are there for, to be judged.
Right.
Yeah,
White
you're allowed
people
to talk.
You were still in that talk time before they run the popcorn telling you to shh in refreshments video. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Looks good.
That is a funny Dane Cook bit when he's like,
It is really funny.
he's like,
Classic.
I'm not gonna see that one. Another thing that white people love to do is when they see a funny thing in stand-up comedy, they will then take that and be that thing forever.
Oh, it's so true.
Like I still have family members like recycling old Eddie Murphy bits from like '86. Like they're still like
That's true.
doing the same things that he makes fun of like 30 some odd years ago.
I
White
feel
people.
like Deanna, Millhouse's wife, quotes the Dane Cook thing more than any one of us.
She loves
She
that Dane
does.
Cook special.
Right?
I've heard her say it.
She does. It's like,
That's really funny.
That's a new one in itself. White people love quoting Dane Cook. That's let's see here. White people love. Did I say this one already? No, I can't remember, and I'm afraid I'm going to repeat myself. White people love.
we'll make fun if you do.
Okay. White people love saying the storms are brewing whenever they see a really dark cloud in the sky.
You didn't say it, and that is true. Guilty.
White people
There's a
love.
storm
Frank,
brewing.
really?
I've
Frank,
said
you
it.
really say that?
Yeah, because I'm a pirate. There's a storm a brewing.
White people love saying it's not heavy. It's just awkward to carry.
I've said that all the time.
I feel like that's a universal thing too.
Yeah, I
A
say
girl
that.
thing? Oh, okay.
Like a mattress isn't heavy, but it's a pain in the ass for one person to carry.
Right.
Yeah. Or I'll say it's not heavy. I just can't get a good grip on it when it's way too
Yeah,
heavy.
there you go.
Yeah, agreed.
Just awkward
Guilty.
to carry. Uh-oh. What?
White people love saying $1 million when the server asks if they need anything else.
Oh, I hate when
Yep.
people say that.
I can't do that.
Let me tack
No,
on to
I
this
don't
one.
say that.
I'm going out. Do you
That's
need
terrible.
anything? Yeah, a stack of 50s. White people love saying that.
Can we just name this list things that we need to retire from the English language?
Things that corny people
Because they're all
say.
annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is annoying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a stack of 50s. Oh.
I've said that. I'm guilty of saying that.
No.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think we've all said it. You said it, Ginny. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
No, I don't. I think that is so corny.
Well, can I get you anything? Yeah, $1 million.
No,
You said that.
no, I have not. I have
All
not.
right.
I feel like
Or
$1 million.
something equally outlandish.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like $1 million evolved into a stack of 50s, which is even more annoying because it's like, oh, saying $1 million is played out. Let me evolve this into like a stack of
Yeah,
hundreds.
the stack of 50s isn't quite $1 million, so
Right.
it's maybe a little more obtainable.
Right. Freshen up the cheesy joke. White people love saying that was fast after someone leaves and comes back in for their keys.
Yes. Yep. Or good morning. Like if someone leaves the office and comes back and it's like the end of the day. Oh, good morning. You know, like it's the next day.
They go, I'll see you tomorrow, and then they come back in for
No,
their keys,
Frank,
and you go, oh, good morning.
no.
Yeah,
No.
that's awful.
That's the thing.
That's awful.
I'm guilty.
I am so guilty of this next one, and I don't think I'll ever stop. White people love saying we came at the right time as the line grows longer behind them in a restaurant.
Oh,
Oh, absolutely. It's good to point that out. That your timing is paramount to anyone else's timing.
whew. We came at the right time.
Huh? Look at the line now. Check it out.
Definitely have
Yeah,
said that before.
totally.
Boy,
Yeah, I'm with you.
we
I'm
came
not
at the right
stopping.
time.
That's one
You
that
have to point that
we're
out.
not only guilty of, but we're so proud of it that we're gonna keep
know, right?
going.
We're
gonna
not
put
even
that on a pillow.
embarrassed.
Let me tell you something. Not only have I said that and will say it and do say it,
Forever.
but I will recap that in a story. Like if I go out to get stuff and I come back and my wife is like, "How was it out?" I'd be like, "I got there at the right time." Like I will
Yeah.
You should have seen the line behind me.
I feel like I said that within the last week. I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
even imagine where I've said it, but I'm sure I have.
Yeah.
Within the last 2 months.
What's odd is
No,
we
not
don't.
week. I don't know where I've gone. I've gone like one place, and I'm sure I've said it there.
But we never say the opposite of that either. If you notice that, we never say the place was packed and nobody came in behind me. I was the last person to leave, and there's still 4 hours left in their day.
That's true.
We never say that.
You know what I say a lot is if someone's online ahead of me and they're taking forever at the cashier, I'll turn to whoever I'm with, usually my wife, and go, man, when we get up there, it's going to be like 2 seconds. Yeah, I'd like to go up there and take 4 hours, just like, you ever do that?
No.
You never say, when I get up there, it's going to take 2 seconds, but everybody else takes 5-10 minutes? I'm not alone on this one.
Oh,
Let us know in
Frank.
the comments if you've done that.
like you're saying to your wife, like we're not gonna be this slow as these people. Like we're gonna blast right through.
Yeah. So every time I get up to the cashier, I'm 2 seconds, but I'm always stuck behind the person that takes 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm not an alien. Stop looking at me like I'm nuts. That's a thing, and you've said it, and I know you've heard people say it.
I mean, I've said like, what's taking them so long, or what? I've said that.
At least maybe you've thought to yourself, yeah, I'm going to take 2 seconds when I'm up there, but this person takes 10 years.
See, but a lot
I
like
never take this long.
going back to our episode about the road rage and the angry driving and how I need to give people looks. Like, I will give that person a look as they leave. I'll be like, I'll just like make sure to like, what are you doing?
Well, you know what happened with Gaetano and Nick in regards to that at Lowe's one night, right?
I vaguely
No.
remember this story. This is your husband and your brother. Do you want to tell it quick?
I guess they were just taking too long at the cash register. And some guy behind them said, "Stop taking so long. You guys can suck each other's dick in the parking lot."
Sick burn.
And when they went outside, there might have been a scuffle. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, didn't they get into a fight with the guy or something?
Yes. Nick punched him.
Nick
Well, the
punched
guy-
him.
The guy, I went to go punch Nick, or Nick ducked and then punched him. But my point is, the guy got so mad that they were taking a little bit longer than usual.
Mm.
And he said that in front of everyone, which is like, whoa, even for me. I was like,
It
whoa.
sounds like there's a few lines of dialogue missing there.
No, there really wasn't.
So
The guy just got angry and said, "Can you guys suck each other's
first thing out of
dicks
his
in the
mouth
parking
was
lot?"
That was the
That was
first
it.
thing out of his
Yep.
mouth. And then Nick had to say something back.
I'm sure he did.
There's the missing dialogue. And then the guy just took a swing from that.
No, they were in the parking lot after
So
that.
they met out in the parking lot. And then there was a big battle of words, I'm sure, and then it was a swing.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
But my point was, this guy was so what should I call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Impatient.
Dickish.
Yeah, angry. Sounds very angry.
Mm-hmm. So.
Man. So what's the rush? You're at Lowe's. What are you doing? Big deal.
Yeah, I think it would have been funnier
Frank.
if he actually started going down on your brother. That would have been really funny.
Hold on.
That's how you get that guy back.
Yeah. Because if you're that angry guy, how do you react to that?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Joke's
show
on you, pal.
I'm gonna put this penis in my mouth.
White people love saying, "Okay, now let's take a silly one" when taking a group photo.
Yes. You gotta have a silly one. Because you remember how silly you were being.
Yeah. I was at Universal Studios Florida, and this group of guys came up to me and my parents when I was like a little kid, and they were like, "Can you take a picture for us?" And they sat down in front of the Universal Globe, and at the same time they sat down, crossed their legs, and like looked up like in an odd direction. And I just thought that was the funniest thing. And I think I've been replicating that I've always like tried to do that or something like close to that in photos.
That's where that came from.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The origin of that. I've noticed that with you in pictures. Whenever it's not like an official, when it's, I don't know, when it's just a casual picture or something, it's always let's all look up there.
Yeah, let's all look in a weird direction.
That's where that came from.
That came from 3 Chinese guys who were By the way, I can't tell you. They were they barely spoke English. They're like, could you take they had trouble communicating with us, but they had us a camera. We got it, And when I tell you that, because it's one of those spots. It's one of those spots where everybody crowds around to take a photo, and the second they did it, the entire crowd was like in an uproar of laughter. Like the entire crowd was laughing at that.
Hey, back in the 90s, that was or 80s,
yeah.
That was a big thing.
Yeah.
That was new.
Yeah, I just saw
something crazy.
I saw a comic too that was doing this bit. Now this is a problem with TikTok because now I see comedians and I don't know who they are at all, but their stuff is funny and the stuff stays with me and I don't know who the comics are. But the bit was bringing a camera to a bar in the 90s and what that was like. And we forget that now because it's so plentiful cameras. But it's like, oh, Jimmy brought a camera. I don't know why, just to take.
Now we can take pictures. Yeah. Isn't that great?
Yeah,
that's so crazy.
Okay,
we were simple people back then.
This one, I better see 3 hands go up for this one. White people love to pronounce Target as Target.
I've said it to make fun of people who say Target.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't.
I've never said it seriously. If I have, I don't remember doing it. But the times that I can remember saying Target, it was to make fun of anybody who says Target.
Why do we love saying Target so much? What is it?
I don't know. To make it sound more fancy.
We want it to be fancier than it is.
But that was it at first. That was it 20 years ago. Now, why are we still doing it? There's no excuse.
Just to say it.
We've passed it down. It's a recessive gene. It's just there.
Okay. White people love telling you their eyes change colors.
Their eyes change colors.
My mother's eyes change colors, actually. They actually really legitimately do, and she loves to tell people that.
How?
I don't know. It's just different lights or whatever. You look at her eyes, sometimes they're green, sometimes they're a little bit more brown. Janine, you got the same thing. That. It's like a superpower.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I have that. Mine are like hazily.
And they changed color, Frank.
Look how excited
They
you got
changed
to. There's our screenshot right there.
There's your cover.
Um,
That's the post right there.
White people love to bump into you and say, "Oop, excuse me, let me sneak by you."
Oh,
Let me sneak by you. I say all the
Sneak
time.
by ya?
Let me sneak by you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Let me sneak by you. Let me sneak by you. I don't know if I've said that. Maybe. I've probably said that.
White people love to say, "If only there was a way we could find out," before taking out their phone and Googling something.
I say that to my mother.
What?
Phyllis, I don't know. If there was only a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely say that to her.
No.
In that voice
me.
too. If there was
Yeah.
only a way.
There's
Yeah.
only a way.
White people love stopping a conversation while they're having fun to say, "We have fun."
No.
That's funny. I don't say it, but I know a lot of us do.
Yeah. White people love going to Baskin Robbins when it's 40 degrees out.
Sometimes you're in the mood for ice cream.
It's true.
There is that time in the winter time where you're like, "Fuck, I'm going to Carvel. Fuck this." And you're just so excited to
Fudgy the
go.
whale, man.
Yeah.
I'll eat the whole thing on my own.
And then you get
I'm
there
not waiting.
and you're just like, you walk in, you're like, "You guys are open. It's December 10th and you guys are here and open. This is great." And the
And you're
business
like, I
owner
got
is
here at
just,
the right time.
yeah. Yeah, we have fun.
Yeah.
White people love to tell you to pack them in your suitcase when you tell them you're going on vacation.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
You say that too, Frank?
I have said it. I don't know if I say it every time someone tells me they're going somewhere, but I'm sure I've said it.
Can you pack me in your suitcase? Yeah. Oh, God. Why do I say that?
White people love saying, "I thought you fell in," when you take more than 2.5 seconds in the bathroom.
I think my grandparents have said that,
My mother says that.
and maybe my parents.
Not
yeah.
to me. Not to me. Not to me.
Would you fall in?
Yep.
I feel
Totally.
I have this thing where I feel like people are obsessed with the amount of time I take in a bathroom, because I feel like I take more time than I should be taking. Not even to take a dump. I'm talking about like just to pee and wash my hand. Like I get in there, I get a good hand wash going. Like that's what was so funny about all this virus stuff. It's like I'm a minute and a half hand washer. Like I'm in there just having a good time. Like
Well, that's just insane.
it might be, but
Wait.
yeah.
You know, there's a large group of people, men, who don't wash their hands after they pee.
Which is disgusting.
I worked with someone like that. And his excuse was he didn't make a duty.
No.
Yes, but you touched your
Oh.
penis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not
He's going to
good.
watch this and he's going to get mad at me for telling on him, but I don't
No,
care.
he should be disgusted by himself,
It's disgusting.
and he should learn
Well-
to wash your hands like an adult.
After he would pee, I'd hear that flush and he'd come running out. I'd be like,
No.
go back in there. Go back in there.
That's bull.
Yeah. And I take my time. Like I don't want a Frankenbeans situation. Like I'm slow. I'm deliberate in there. I take my time.
Frank and Bean situation. That's what the underwear is for. If you didn't wear underwear, then you got to worry about a Frank and Bean situation.
White people love to say nothing like a free car wash when it's pouring outside.
Oh, I hate that.
I've thought it. I don't know if I've said it.
Okay. White people love picking up the check and saying, "All right, what's the damage?"
Oh, no.
It's a good one.
It is always, "What's the damage?" Or "What do we got here?" Like,
God.
yeah.
All right. What's the damage?
White people love saying, "See you next year at 11:59 on December 31st."
I made a
cannot
conscious effort.
stand that.
I make a conscious effort every year to not say that.
Thank you, Frank.
'Cause it's so annoying when someone says it to me.
White people love to ask, "You working hard or hardly working?"
Oh, my father says that to me all the time.
That's
Oh,
so
I hate that
cliched. I
one.
can't do it.
White people love saying, "Whoa, it's a party in here," when entering a crowded elevator.
No.
No.
These are
It's
so
become
true.
now that I just don't say a word to anybody in the elevator, even if it's someone I know. It's hey, that's it.
I when I used to work in this city, quick story. When I used to work in the city, somebody that we know, Tony, right? Big Tone, who is the father of a mutual friend of all of ours. Okay, so he's an older gentleman. So Janine likes the
But
older
not
men.
That
that
Janine
much
has a huge
older.
crush on him.
Right.
So.
Stop it! I'm blushing.
Anyway, we get on the bus to take the bus into the city, and I see him, and I just think to myself, "Oh God, like he's gonna want to talk the whole time." And he literally says to me, "I read my paper on this bus. I don't talk to anybody." Like so dismissive.
Nice.
And I was like so relieved, but then I sat down in my seat and I was like kind of offended. I'm like, "What the hell, man? Like you don't want to break
want to
the
make any kind of conversation with you.
nothing." Like I thought, like break the rule for do a little chit chat. He literally sat down and was like, "Keep moving, like keep moving." But
That's awesome.
but I did appreciate
Screw
all the small talk I
No
didn't have to
fucks
make.
given by him.
Yeah, it was
Nope.
great. White people absolutely love saying they always buy more than they need at Target. Janine is so guilty of that. You can see it on her face.
Oh wait, I need a time check.
Yeah, it's time to go.
Yep.
Oh,
I'll leave you on this. White people love playing giant Jenga.
they do.
I want to.
I have.
Yeah, I have a desire to play that. All right, last one. White people
here we
love
go.
to talk
Sorry.
about how they pulled up the carpet and found hardwood floor under there.
You got it. How else are people going to know?
We love a story that ends with "and there was hardwood floor under there."
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Beautiful
that's so true.
hardwood. It's always beautiful. It always just needs a little sanding.
Beautiful.
Yeah, just needs a little sanding.
Yeah,
All
maybe
right.
a little shellacking.
Just a little slacking. Any reason why, Frank, you have garlic hanging on your coat sign?
No, actually, a small
away the
reason. I got
vampires.
an order of what are they called? Omaha steaks,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna cook them up with this garlic, and it's gonna be fantastic, and I can't wait.
White people love telling you how they're going to cook their steaks. That's such a that is such
White
a,
people love using garlic.
The other day, Frank and I had a 15-minute conversation about how we cook steaks.
That's true. We did.
Are you kidding me?
All right, if you made it
Well,
this
you
far,
always hang up after the podcast, and then we talked for a
it
little
was a
bit.
post-podcast talk. All right, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching and listening. Appreciate that as always. Like and subscribe on Facebook and YouTube. Hit the bell to get notifications on YouTube. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, make sure you rate and review. That's Frankie C. and J Sabs. I've been Anthony for the Anthony on Air podcast, which you can get more information on at anthonyonair.com.